Are you, or do you know someone that's a single parent? I'd be willing to bet that you know at least one person, because divorce has increased in the last few decades, and single parent families have become more widespread than they once were before. Single parent homes have nearly doubled in the last 50 years. I myself am a single parent to 3 little girls as a result of divorce about 5 years ago. I'm going to tell you about the negative and positive effects of single parenting on children. We'll start with the negative effects that single parenting can have on children. The first negative effect I'd like to talk about is a lower economic status. Single parent families earn less than dual parent families because they only have one parent that's working. They only have one income for all the same bills that they had when they were in a dual parent household. Often lower income children don't have access to medical and dental coverage. They don't have as many healthy food choices, and they don't have the ability to go to college or vocational school when they get older. Another negative effect of single parenting can be a lack of guidance. In her article, Disadvantages for Children with Single Parents, Jennifer Urchel states that single parents often work at least one full-time job, leaving children to make their own decisions about how to spend their time. If your child stays at home after work or after school, before you get home, they don't have anybody there to guide them on what to do or what not to do. So they get to make their own choices, which sometimes may not be the best. In an experiment for the Institute for the Study of Civil Society, Rebecca O'Neill found that children living in single-parent families are more likely to become teenage parents, criminals, smokers, drinkers, alcohol users, and high school dropouts. Another negative effect that single parenting can have on children are emotional and mental problems. Children can have abandonment issues when one of the parents isn't present, and they can also harbor resentment toward the absent parent. John Kelly writes in his article, Psychological Effects of Having a Single Parent, that children have twice the incidence of psychiatric illness, suicide attempts, and alcohol abuse. So single parenting can have a wide variety of negative effects on children, but there are also many positive effects that it can have on children that are being raised in a one-parent home. Let's look at some of the positive effects that single parenting can have. First, we'll talk about the strong bonds that can come from single parenting. Annie Perrin states in her article, The Benefits of Living in a Single-Parent Family, that if the prior two-parent living environment was conflicted, or they had ongoing conflicts, that a change to living with only one parent can have positive side effects, such as the children having a lessening of anxiety. A single parent can sometimes have more time to spend with their children because they have one less person to care for. The children may be satisfied with simpler meals. They may not have to spend as much time cooking, or if they choose to make an elaborate meal, the children may be included, so they can bond over cooking. Another positive effect is that children spend time at 2 different homes, and they can see life from 2 different approaches. Spending time at 2 different homes means the holidays, they get to celebrate twice. It means twice the gifts at birthdays and Christmas. You know, what kid's not going to like that? Mine do. They get real excited because they get to have Christmas at our house and then Christmas at their dad's. The children might also gain a step-parent, which gives them the opportunity to build meaningful relationships with other caring adults. Another positive effect of single parenting is that the child may become more independent. Because a single parent has many responsibilities, the child may have to participate in age-appropriate household chores, or they might even have to learn how to prepare a simple meal or snack for themselves. Stephen Duncan states in his work, Being a Successful Single Parent, that many young people feel more valued as a contributing member of the household because they know their parents are busy, and they seem to think that their parents need them to do their chores and all of that because maybe they don't have time. And that's usually the case. I know in my house it is. I'm sure you've all heard the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. With single-parent families, that's definitely true. Children of single-parent homes tend to see their extended family more. They might go to grandma's house after school, or they may have a a different schedule of people that they stay with while the other parent works. They may get more help from their family in caring for the children. So as you can see, single parenting can have positive effects on children also. It can have both positive and negative effects, but it's the responsibility of the parent to determine what outcome the single parent family has on the child. I'm sure that if you aren't a single parent, you may now have a better understanding of what effect that may have on your children. I'd like to thank you all for listening.
All right, good job.